Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jeff. Today's video on stuff I made is about my mitre saw station. So I'll go through the features of it and specifically the dust extraction that's centered at the back of the mitre saw. It's very efficient, so I'd like to share that with you. Because my workshop is so compact and so small that it had to be mobile, and that the wings of it had to be fold up and fold out again, so that on the occasion I need to cut long boards, I had that flexibility. And in order for it to be mobile, I needed really sturdy casters, and I went for some nylon casters. Each one I think is rated to 250 kilos. As well as being swivel, is a locking caster as well, so I can lock it at all four corners, which makes it very sturdy. Here you can see the fence being folded up and the support swung out, but they're hinged at the back rather than at the front, which is what you see on a lot of designs, with a micro adjust there just to set the level. And you can see a space where you can easily fit your hand in to help close it. Now my fence swings up, but also with a little clasp there, unclips and allows you to swing it out to extend the length. This happens on both sides, and this little clasp just pulls it in to 90 degrees, so 180 degrees, so it's dead straight. I've just folded up the other one there quickly, but it does have the double fold out on both sides. It uses the Craig kit with the stops, the two different types of stop. One's the swing up and then one's the fixed stop. The fixed stop can only be used when the full extension arm is open, because it needs the space at the back of it. So I didn't produce a build video, but I do have some images from the process, so I'll show you those now just before we get onto dust extraction. So this is a simple pocket hole screw construction. The top and the bottom overlap slightly. This is to give a little bit of extra stability at the base so that the wheels can be as far out as possible. So the drawers are very basic construction, butt joints and screws, and then the handles are from scraps of oak. So I added some reinforcement to the top of the main unit so that when I attach the wings I can use slightly longer screws just to give a little bit more strength. So here you can see the assembly of the wings, sort of a loose dry fit. Originally, when the wing folded out, I was going to use a slide out piece to support the second wing, but I changed halfway through to use the clasp and the extended support underneath, and I found that to be enough. So attaching the wings was a little bit of a challenge. I used these supports, shimmed up the mitre saw station and used a straight edge clamp to the two wings to get everything aligned before making the final adjustments and screwing it all down. Okay, so let's take a look at the dust extraction. So it has 2 points of dust extraction. One is the inbuilt saw dust extraction, which is just at the back of the blade there, and then this second unit is just below the blade at the back there. I'm just showing you how easy it is to unclamp and remove. So if I needed to go into a 45-degree cut or a mitered angle or compound cut, it's easy to remove, and you forsake the dust extraction apart from the one at the back of the saw. And this is how easy it is to attach. Just align it to the blade, and there's some hesitation there because I want to give you a good view of this, or as good a view as I can from the camera. So I'm fiddling around, but this is quite a quick process. Just clamp it down so it doesn't move when you're doing a cut. And we'll just take a look at the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to do a test cut without the second point of dust extraction attached, and you can see how much dust it kicks up. Now I do this at full speed first of all, and then I do it in slow motion. You can get a look, it sort of chucks everything back at you now. Without the piece at the back there, just chuck it up everywhere. I'll just show you this in slow motion now. You can just see it going everywhere. So I'll show you this again on a wider board. Dust extraction is now all connected up, and you can see it shooting through the groove. So I'm cutting from back to front because that groove enhances how it fires into the dust extraction. But you can see how little kicked up there. Now I'll show you again in slow motion, and just watch the front of the cut now as I move the blade back. A few pieces are bouncing around and curling back in to the extraction, but you watch that shooting out that groove by doing a back to front cut. I'm literally catching 98-99% of the dust on those type of cuts, and it's exactly the same with a thinner piece of wood like I just cut. Also, a mitre saw station like this gives you a load of additional storage, which is an added benefit. I won't show you all the drawers because they're the two I'm proud of and the rest are a mess. Okay, so that's my mitre saw station. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also, leave some comments if you've got questions. But most of all, subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Alright guys, thanks a lot. And here's just a panorama workshop. I'm only doing this because I've just tidied it up, so it's a good opportunity to show you a little view of what that looks like.